Hello, everybody. It's me, Hunter. Yes, I've finally had a chance to rebrand my channel, and Xbox tag. So we're gonna be going by my old nickname, Hunter. I'd like to change it to that at some point. I really liked the name. Anyways, felt like playing a bit more Outer Worlds, so here we are. Should be fun. I was loving this game earlier. The Outer Worlds. Vodka? Comrade, you do not tell me we have vodka in Outer Worlds. Well, I shall bring Communist Revolution. Or my name is Nikolai Belensky. Yeah, glory to Stalin. Ugh. It doesn't come out as good. My voice gets strangified when it goes through a mic. You guys should hear me in person, though. It's not a bad Slavic accent. I attribute that to the fact that mother's family's from Russia. Came over after World War II on her end. World War I on my father's end. That is good stuff. Good water. Good water. Heavy ammo? Don't mind if I do. Apparently there's a bunch of unique weapons in this game. Just like in Vegas. Oh. Oh, you can put your guns away. Okay. Cool.
Attacking!
Yo, it was a joke. I didn't know you would actually attack them.
Nice one!
Ah, dang it. I thought it wouldn't let me order to attack someone in the town. It's like, alright, well, let's just see what this button does. Attack him. It's like, oh, frick. I'm just glad I got this assault rifle. That light assault rifle is pretty bad. I gave it to her, though. Better than her having that crappy little pistol. They probably don't, but imagine if they had like a futuristic M1 Garand.
Not murder old Silas.
Heading back.
You guys can't see because it's only in 480p, but this game looks really good. Speaking of which, I think I might see about getting myself a capture card. If you guys recommend any, I'd appreciate it. NRG, so...
Huh? You hiding?
Oh, fuck.
Everyone all right?
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you. Aegea what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. You don't know what enough with the questions means? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her. It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere. Appreciate it. Honest. If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Where are we headed? You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vickers says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vickers sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. Fixing the universe is a job for somebody way better than the likes of me.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with? Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Ooh. Unique weapon you got here? Keep that in mind. I think we'll do both options, divert from both just to see what happens. Then we'll pick from there. But where? I was behind cover, game, and you know it. I was behind cover, and you know it. Let me guess, like, a toe was peeking out. Yeah, these guys are just doing so much damage, and I'm not doing enough to them. Maybe it's because I was playing on hard? But frick, man, this sucks.
Inside voices. Here we go!
Damage do you guys do? I'm getting literally. I'm like, this is the early game. It's supposed to be easy. Literally, the enemies in the early game, the New Vegas, are a joke, but these guys are just melting me into oblivion. I'm seriously considering toning down the difficulty because this is getting a bit ridiculous how fast I'm dying. this is embarrassing. There we go.
Everyone all right?
Shotgun, you say?
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far. Attacking.
Come out!
Oh god, that's a lot of enemies.
Easy prey!
You put those marauders in the dirt quicker than the masked marketeer. Teach me your ways. What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen. Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong. And no serial dramas. I've been thinking about going back. I just gotta know if Lord Cavendish really is the masked marketeer. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Hiding! You get down!
Let's use fast travel the first time, I guess. Fast travel.
What is it? We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway? Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Oh, hey, someone's watching the stream. What's up? And they're immediate.
Zoe says she fought her way out of a marauder camp with her own bare hands. Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Bolter pistol? What the f is a bolter pistol? Oh my god. Oh, that is freaking cool. We'll give it a little test run.
Moving.
I don't know what you did to talk.
I always wanted to poke around in here.
Processing data.
Dude, that just... I was at like a quarter... I was at like 40% health and you just killed me in one shot. Jesus, is the game just that hard on hard? Did they just jack up the damage ratings of enemies and decrease mine? Or is my armor just that bad?
Okay, here we go! Got him! Here we go!
Forgot I have this.
I wanted to poke around in here. Woo! Nice work!
Finally, armor that actually had damage resistance. Now that is what I'm frickin' talking about. 17 armor rating.
Nice one! Oh god, I was hoping I wouldn't have to hear that. What the frick was over there? Here we go! That's the last of them! Yeah, huh?
Dang it, I'm thinking it's Fallout where you gotta talk to a companion, like into their inventory. 18, 28, that's an upgrade. Oh boy, I get to hear it's Tropica's choice again. I'm gonna show you that light assault rifle. I can buy heavy ammo from you. $300 bits for it? That's expensive. Gee, what do I have? This stuff really isn't worth much. Like I said, we're gonna deactivate the power for both sides to see which one's better, I guess. Yeah, I should start using sneak attacks. Oh, so that's what you do with them. You can so I thought you would be able to craft weapons. No,
The control room should be off to the right.
you use it to
I hope we're doing the
carry
right thing.
weapons. Ah, you seem to have caught a case of rapid death. What do we have in here? Better be worth all my freaking lockpicks. Oh boy, a terminal. There it is, loot room. What do you got for me? Am I reading correctly? Does that say plasma rifle? Hello, you sexy thing. Alright, what am I unequipping? Alright, this is crowd control, this is robots, this is... I guess we'll only use that for long range. Let's give this plasma rifle a try, though. Does this need to be repaired? Nope.
Get ready! Got him all.
Oh. I could have just... Frick. Ah, there goes all my stupid lockpicks. I could have just came up here for free. Whatever, I'm not gonna reload a save. It's just lockpicks. I'll just go through these quickly. You guys can go ahead and pause if you want to read it.
Don't mess with us. Got it. Heads down. We did it!
Why am I going here? Is it for Miller? Huh. Looks like you took a lot of them out, Chief.
Get away!
But Just heard someone. You hear that? Where you at, person?
No, just leave me alone.
Where are you, Mr. Higgins?
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
System. Performing. Searching for live person.
I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Alright, so let's see. Journal. What's next? Looks like there was a
Once we do
massacre.
this, there's no going back.
You underestimate the power of loading screens. Oh, there's a third
3
switch.
switches.
to activate.
That'll be easy enough.
Luckily, I've already done most of the work. I did not mean to use that.
The last. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred? Sorry, I didn't mean to babble up. Really?
The power of save game. No matter what I do, people suffer. God, Obsidian. I'd say it's ironic, but no, it's just the way you make your games. I haven't felt this undecided and terrible about my choices since New Vegas. How do you do it? Sorry, I was scrolling with my watch. Let's see what happens because of my actions.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters, plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it? That power regulator is company property. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you. Edgewater's dead. Our cannery's dead. Adelaide's deserters are never coming back. Spacer's Choice will shut us down before long. Some of us will die of illness. And as for me, I will tender my resignation. Apologies won't give us our lives back. But for what it's worth, I am sorry too.
You just killed him. Mr. Thompson. Reed Thompson, you know, my boss? I can't. I need to leave. I need to get away from here. I need to get away from you. You killed Mr. Thompson for talking down his nose. Let's just... I'm ready for this.
Here's the thing. I don't feel right dooming an entire town. Okay, so here's the dilemma. We have a small village of people versus an entire town. You see the problem here, right? The good of the few versus the good of the many. I'm sorry, I want to help you, deserters, but I have to go with the few. I mean, I have to go with the many. That's why I didn't help Martin. It was pretty anticlimactic though after I murdered him immediately. You killed Mr. Reed! That's literally her. She's like, oh my god!
You killed Mr. Reed.
Oh dear. Alright, let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see how pissed off they're gonna be now. Just, please just go back. I don't want to cause any deaths. That's why I didn't do it to Edgewater. It's this entire village, man. I mean, your thing is cool and all, but it's an entire village. And also, how are you supposed to get that unique weapon? The only way you're going to be able to do that is if you screw Edgewater. Which is what I guess I'll be doing on my next playthrough.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild canids, on the other hand.
Don't see why Thomas can't just get the generator up and running. Something I can... Nothing. With the power gone, we've got to conserve our supplies.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Oh my god, you're still calling me friend.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it? You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management. You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
Corpses?
Edgewater's cemetery's got corpses aplenty, enough for a generation's worth of crops. My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair. I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged. No kidding! Really? Well, which one? Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me. Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands. I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again. You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater, and I'm as good as dead to her. Adelaide hates Edgewater, hates everything Edgewater stands for, hates what that town does to people, what it did to her. We're the nearest she's got to kin. We go back to Edgewater, we may as well have stuck a knife in her heart. Are you sure about this? If we head back to Edgewater on our own, Adelaide won't come with us. She'll stay here and curse us till the end of her days. You know where to find me.
I'm not in the lightest of humors right now. The matter's been weighing on me. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Who's to say I could keep marauders from slipping in? I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make our peace with Thompson and hope he takes us back. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again. Edgewater's not just a town to Adelaide. It's a symbol of everything that's wrong with this colony. A big, heartless machine of metal and gears grinding workers down to dust. We're the closest thing Adelaide's got to a family. We go back to Edgewater, she's gonna feel betrayed. You better be sure about this. We go back to... Sure.
Standing around the campfire is nice and all, until something I... Nothing.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for, even if they didn't care much for me. He's just interested in fixing stuff. I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? I appreciate... Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes, but I have done my best for this town. I am not without compassion for Abernathy's predicament, but the plague has taken a hard toll on us all. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home. I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic. You are disparaging our parent company, and it is not appreciated. We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat Saltuna here, and only Saltuna. I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse. Evidence. Adelaide has a secret, and I want to know what it is. If she's tending crop in her greenhouse, she's discovered something. You'll excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil? Adelaide has been using dead bodies in her fertilizer? Come to think of it, that's a stroke of brilliance. What a remarkably efficient solution. Recycling Spacer's Choice property long after its date of expiration. I was wondering about those missing bodies in Silas's cemetery. So Adelaide wants me gone. Trade my life for the life of the town. You understand what she's doing. If I leave town, I'm as good as dead. If I stay, Edgewater will die of attrition. Adelaide has discovered some secret cure for the plague, and she is holding my town ransom. If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me. I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague, and she knows how to tend to crop. She's what this town needs. I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy. A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them. No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement. I don't know. I could see myself lasting a week.
Yeah, huh?
I already told you I'm leaving.
Heading back. Sorry, can't do that.
Just gotta keep our heads up. Alright. I don't feel like sitting through another loading screen if I have to, so we'll just book it.
Here they come! Down they go!
Oh my god, where did... That dude went freaking flying, man.
That's the last of them. Screw it.
Look at that. The snake's come back. I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward. You're telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
Any luck finding? Adelaide said that? Was she sober? Something must have changed in Edgewater.
I just want to do something. Hold on. How many of these guys do you think I can? Ah, Grace, you had a unique weapon. I didn't know that. I just wanted to... See, it froze right as we picked up the weapon. We didn't miss much. All we did was,
Here we go!
I was trying to crouch and it's a melee. The melee button is the crouch button and older frogs. Alright, well I guess we're wiping that again.
Inside voices.
Meat, carbs, sugary.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling. Oh, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Oh, sweet Jesus, what have I done?
That was quick.
Wow, you seriously telling me I could have had one from the beginning? I just had,
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Not bad, I guess.
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities. We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kilkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits, first-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board is only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
I will read these later. Ah, crap. I want to go finish this. I guess we're going back. Oh, finally. A freaking thing I can store crap in. I'm gonna head back to Edgewater for just a minute so I can just turn the mission.
Take someone to watch your back, please. Caution. Unexpected turbulence may...
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it? That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trades. I've never been on a real ship before. Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing. I am at your disposal, Ms. Parvati. You will find the technical schematics in the engineer's locker, though I'm afraid Captain Hawthorne has lost the owner's manual.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch. What? Oh, that's a relief. Sometimes I want... What? Are you fooling on me? Something...
Take someone to watch. Watch your back, please.
Oh, cool, I'm right here. Oh, this is a gun machine. Heavy machine gun.
Dark Knight. Never seen the Vale lit up like this before. Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Aw, brother, you shouldn't have.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
See about just getting this book and then we'll probably end the stream. Because it appears Mr. Abdallah is going to start spamming us, guys. And oh dear lord, we do not like it when Mr. Abdallah starts spamming us. It's never a fun time for anyone involved. Oh good lord. I swear, every time I invite Asteroid, he just gets off.
We got this! Make a sound. Everyone all right? Nice. Nicely done.
Assault rifle. Little monk, not bad. Not bad at all. This is way too quiet for a shotgun. not bad.
That's the last of them. Did I just hit the words power armor? Really? Nothing hit him back? That's surprising. That was a good thing you did, Captain. Helping to bring the deserters and Edgewater folks back together. I hope you rest well on that.
If it's yellow, I like it because that means I can loot it. I knew there would be a reason for this place. It's just a place for people to visit something else. Ah, true. In case you guys are wondering why I keep going for dick shots whenever I use a time distortion, that's because there's actually an achievement for it. Oh yeah, this guy. I forgot about him.
Go away, Phantom! Go away, Phantom! You're not real! You're not real! Get away from me, Phantom! Shoot! Scram! Most people? But I'm the only one left. No. Remember your first rule, Higgins. No arguing with the Phantoms. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Of course. Do excuse me. I experience brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you. The tail. Definitely start with the tail. Forgot what you were gonna...
Sorry, I don't feel very great right now.
Good to see our old workers came back.
Something you...
What's on your mind? I paid his burial fees. Didn't anyone ever tell you not to go rifling through other people's correspondence? Excuse you. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein already belong to Spacer's Choice. And we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Never mind. I don't have to explain myself to you. What's on your mind? What's on your mind?
This is where the magic happens. Well,
I never got a chance to thank you for hearing me out. Gave me the courage to ask for a job in the workshop. No kidding! Really? Well, which one? Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment. Well, don't keep me in suspense. The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit. I'm happy when I'm working with my hands. Just gotta convince them to let me use the workshop.
Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it, okay.
Oh, we can screw with armor. Plasma shotgun? Oh, I gotta see this. Wait, is it still... and it still uses light ammo? Oh my god, please tell me I actually just did that.
A friend of mine died a couple weeks back. Still ain't past it.
Just the way it goes, I suppose.
I'm not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
Holcomb, got my eye on you, girl. Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident. Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Music to my ears.
Ah, so you have you also have a unique weapon. So his was a gun, yours is this crap. 29% discount, eh? In that case, I'll take all your heavy ammo. Hold on, how much do I make from this? Hey, go ahead and repair. Do we have any junk? No junk? Really?
Something you need? You mean why I'm not allowed in the store anymore? There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12. Not intentionally. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing. And next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of Zero G rolling out the front door and into the road. It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Sal tuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of Zero G? Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Moreau's still angry at me. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
It's a fine new day in Edgewater. The cannery hums, streetlights and faces glow. I suppose this means the two of you were able to sort out the matter? I am somewhat taken aback by that, given the heat between her and Mr. Thompson. What deal did you strike with her, I wonder? From our own graveyard, just outside the gates. And Silas had not even an inkling. What do they pay the man for?
He spends all day digging graves, Vicar. Sir. Sometimes he's got to sleep.
Yes, of course. My reaction was unreasonable. I'd need to give it careful consideration before answering. If it does improve the soil, it would seem to be a benefit overall. Once the spark of life is fled, the mortal form is but unanimated matter, comprised of the same elements as the rest of the universe. We inter for the comfort of the living, not the benefit of the dead. While distasteful, I would judge Ms. McDevitt's actions beneficial to the greater good. Then I would counsel them to work through their emotions and assess the matter rationally. Animals are ruled by their hearts. Humans were gifted with intellect for a purpose. Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
That's funny. And I was about to say hello to the guy in my chat, and he immediately left.
Well, yes. But I assure you, it was not for personal gain, only for the greater good. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted. Please. As if my life should have no greater meaning than proselytizing to a bunch of feeble-minded wretches. Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aetherwave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew. Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument really. I'm also a passable gun hand if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well. Fantastic. I promise you won't regret this.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. It is my esteemed pleasure to serve as your crew vicar, Captain.
Hey, we got another companion. That's pretty dope. Not even gonna kid, that's pretty awesome.
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening.
We just got a text message. We're getting spammed by Cyrus. Hold on, let me see if I can. I'm gonna mute my mic for a minute.
It was just old Cyrus. Oh, this is what.
It was just old Cyrus.
Yay!
Yes. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Thank you, Ada.
Got a sec?
No, I never have time for you, stupid.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Where's Vicar? Let me see him on the map. Alright, well guys, I think this would be a good place to call the stream. We shall give him a pleasure, my rifle. Now that is an upgrade. Alright, I think this is a good place to call it, guys. Alright, it's been fun. See you guys in probably a little bit with some Black Ops 4. But yeah, must say, I'm thoroughly freaking enjoying this game so far. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hunter out. Yikes.